Yeah, we're watching it anyways. A couple more. Couple more. All right, so there's my farm fresh blueberries. Just picked them up. This last weekend, fresh from the farm. And I'm starting with those because I'm going to wash them. Even though they're farm fresh, I don't know what that farm did with them. I don't know if they washed their hands. I washed my hands. I hope they washed their hands. Okay, blueberries are rinsed and they are drying. This is good. Good start. Good start. I didn't put the recipe up. That's what I was going to do. I was going to put the recipe up. Has nothing to do with me failing to remember the recipe and everything to do with convenience of the chat. It definitely has nothing to do with my ability to remember a recipe and totally because I want to be good to chat. So let's present, share, muffins. We're sharing muffins. Yeah, a little more like that. How's that looking? That looks like you can read it, but maybe I'll bump it a little more. Arial 20. Bold. Okay. I don't have a way to crop it, unfortunately. What can I do? I have learned the magic spell. Okay. Now we're talking. That looks all right. So the answer was to resize the window. And then it shows up much better. All right, so we begin with 2 cups of flour. There's flour in a cup. There's 1. And 2. Allegedly, this flour is milled slightly differently to be better in southern, more humid climates. To whatever extent that matters. And plastic keeps the ants away. We don't want ants. Not in there. All right. Yeah, protein. If you're curious, current protein flavor is salted caramel. Mixes decently, but I'm going back to basics. Next time I'll probably just get straight vanilla because I like to mix in fruit and spinach, and for basics, it's better. I'm gonna need to do this while I'm standing here. It's convenient. do? Half cup of flaxseed. Mainly adding fiber. Just a little bit of fat, but mainly fiber. Baking powder. Yes, that's a thing of importance. And where's that cigar? There it is. Cooking spray. What I did with the lid. That's not open. A little more than I wanted. It's okay. And gonna need vanilla and salt. Which salt is it? Half teaspoon. Okay. The salt. The sugar is half cup. That should be easy enough to remember by now. Shush, microwave, I didn't ask your opinion. Try not to make too much of a mess. There's my sugar. Any more dry goods? No. I stir it to finish melting down the butter. Want it all the way melted. I do cheat and use the microwave for that. It's my eggs. Teaspoon of vanilla, right? Yeah, teaspoon of vanilla. Vanilla in the fridge. Making sure the water is getting off those blueberries. Add our milk. That's all for you. I don't have a good mixing spoon handy, do I? Let's get that ready. That. Those are really big eggs. I'm tempted to just use one. All right. Let's mix it all up. I'd be tempted to try that popcorn flour that I saw on Shark Tank. But for today, we'll just use flour. And it'll be fine. It will be fine. I'm fine. You're fine. It's all fine. This actually looks a little light. I'm kind of used to a darker texture on my muffins. Not texture. Whatever. Acceptable batter. Hey, Chris. Can you substitute chocolate chips for the blueberries? I honestly wouldn't recommend it. Those are going to taste better in a muffin than chocolate chips. Now, if you want to substitute the muffins for cookies, then you'd want to use chocolate chips instead of blueberries. Pro tips. You don't eat blueberries? Maybe you should fix that. Maybe that's your problem. I'm not saying try a blueberry pizza, but I mean, Pizza Hut used to have those dessert pizzas. They did the apple crumb, they did the cherry, and they did the blueberry. Those dessert pizzas that would only exist on the pizza bar that were amazing. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. Hey, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to heat up the oven. I forgot to heat up the oven. Pizza Hut buffet came with a salad. I suppose maybe. All right. Recipe's been up there long enough. Let's get down to baking instructions. Oh, and the nutrition's cut off? How's that? You know what? There's an easier way to do this. Now scroll down to this page. Hey, look at that. I'm almost close to knowing what I'm doing. You can almost make this look like a decent cooking stream. Honestly, I think I could have done a cup and a half of blueberries. But here we are, and I'll go with it. The biggest salad bar that I remember when I was a kid was Ponderosa. That had a big enough salad bar to make a Happy Chris. Only place that maybe rivaled it would be like a Golden Corral. Those would have a pretty good salad bar. I don't think it's Shoney's. I didn't have a local Shoney's, but I think Shoney's had a pretty big salad bar. Andy Griffith used to be the spokesman for Shoney's. So I've heard. People have told me that. Can't get salad at all you can eat places. Got to stick with the protein, get the money's worth. That is what I do on lasagna days. I posted pictures of the lasagna I get, which I think I'm doing tomorrow. That is a buffet. Although if you do an all meat to-go order, they charge you more. So I throw a scoop of mashed potatoes on top of whatever I'm getting and a roll, and then it's not all meat anymore. Even though it's basically exactly the same amount of meat, but now it's not all meat. Well, lasagna's not all meat either. That's pasta. There's noodles and stuff. Should I be crazy enough to try and make my own lasagna noodles? Is that a thing I should try one day? I don't know if that's hard or easy or what. Okay. Looking to finish up this bowl, waste less batter. This is going to be a little interesting because it's the first time I'm trying this with both farm fresh eggs and blueberries. They came from separate farms, but I went to a blueberry festival at one farm And then there was an ad for another farm. We went there and got a dozen eggs. So if this tastes remarkably better, then that's obviously the reason. Okay. I do not recommend that you try and lick the bowl through your computer screen over the internet. However, if you do lick your monitor, I am not responsible for those actions. I have advised against it, but I can't stop you. Disclaimer given. Now I'm going to try and be all fancy. And I'm going to wipe up the edges a little here. All right. There. How do I do this? Some of this cleanup is very much a work in progress. I'll do a more extensive job of cleaning when the muffins are baking. But all right. There's our muffins. Oven's at 330. We are getting close. What can we do here? That looks like the ads are a little too bad. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. Meh. All right, this one worked. Maybe. 20 minutes. Set. Oh, there it is. Right now, there's an absolutely marvelous smell in the air that may or may not be coming through the internet very well. Can't help you with that part. Blueberry muffins. We've got muffins. I've got muffins. If you don't, then get wrecked to you. That was mean. I'm sorry. Solid texture. Look at that. Yeah, I think this could use maybe another half cup of blueberries. The muffin part itself tastes off. I think these eggs were so large that my initial instinct to just use one was probably correct. That's what it is. They're not bad, but they didn't come out perfect. And I think the reason's because too much egg. That's the most obvious thing to me, anyways. So that's all for cooking. I have cooked